Hey guys, it's Super Noodle here, actually narrating one of my videos, and well, that's because this is going to be a serious video for once. No reaction images and snarky comments in white text. I wanted to point out something about Komarin. Now, if you guys have watched my past couple videos, I've had a couple really bad games on Komarin. I had the one in the AT2 where let me just bring up the map here if I can. One in the AT2 where I basically charged down, the 1 and 2 line down here, completely plowed through that entire line, but it didn't matter because I was getting sniped from here and here, ended up dying. But I'd like to focus specifically on one game I had in my KV2. Started up here, moved along this north road here, and by the time I had reached here, a 5916 had spotted me and was shooting at my tracks. And so I move along down here, and right about here, I think, I got hit by both an Arty and a KV1 at the same time, losing half my health before the battle had even started proper. I mean, I was barely out of the north end of the map, and I had lost half my health. And so, I posted on the forums, got some mixed responses saying, oh, you should have dodged the Arty better, you should have dodged it better, but I figured I took that to heart, and I figured, okay, if 5916 can do it, I can do it too. And, well, what you're going to see is fairly ridiculous. Alright, so let's get this match started here. First thing I'm going to do is ping that top right corner there so that, I know I'm going to scout that area. I think I only get a very little fire support. I know I get my platoon mate in the T-29 orange tank does it, but that's about it. And you'll notice what I'm driving here is it's a Panther. And those of you who know the Panther, it's not particularly slow. It's got a decent top speed, but not great acceleration, not a very good power to weight ratio, and it's on the larger side of medium tanks. So it's big, it's not particularly fast, not well suited to be a scout. But here I am, I've already spotted a KV1S. Take a bad pod shot at him, pop over the ridge, and I've spotted 7 enemy tanks before they've even made it to their positions. Now, here's the thing about making initial spotting runs like that. It's usually when someone makes an initial spotting run like this, they're scouting. They charge straight into the enemy lines. They catch all the enemies while they're before they've made it to their positions, but at the same time they put themselves into an indefensible position, and they end up dying before they can get any more spots off and actually help their team. But if you've noticed, I'm not in a bad spot here. This is actually a really good spot to be doing this. There's a little dip in the hill right here, so I can just go hull down, and I can keep popping up and spotting everyone. I've got bushes over here, so that, once I kill these guys, I can pop up and spot targets going down the center island. And, well, I'll just let the replay speak for itself. It's pretty ridiculous. I do take a couple hits, but nothing too significant. Orange Tank is just going crazy with these spots. He's already killed that ARL. I'm working on T-25. SU-152 takes him out. Got to work on the KV1S. And let's have a sit rep here. It's 3.5 minutes into the game. There's 7 enemies down. And well, how many of those? It was the KV1S. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 corpses I see there. 5. So yeah, 5 of those guys were on this side, with me spotting them. So I'll just keep that here. Spotting Scare the AT2 away. T-29 yellow rushes and dies. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Take a few more shots at the AT2, but this game's over. It's 11-3, and it hasn't even reached the 5-minute mark yet. Now, some of you are probably going to be thinking, well, yeah, that's a good game. You managed to pop up, but you had a good team supporting you, and you had a bad team fight against. But this isn't the only time I've done this. Matter of fact, the last 3, 4, 5 games I've played in my Panther, I've done the exact same thing and been successful. And I'm going to show you another one of those replays now. Now, I forgot to mention when recording that last game that I actually got a scout medal for that last game in a freaking Panther. And I think I scored something like 2,000 damage, 1,500 potential damage. I got the XVM counter in the top left, so you could check in on that. But when all was said and done, I ended up leading the team. And like I said, I'm not particularly bragging about my Panther skills, but matter of fact, I don't think skill had anything to do with it at all. But it's just a ridiculous spot up in that corner, and I'll speed this up. Now this game, I think I do end up actually dying, but if I recall correctly, I inflict so much damage on them, just spotting them and harassing them, that we end up winning anyway. And, you know, it's a tier 8 game, so I'm going to end up taking a lot more damage. But, you know, I've spotted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 or 7 enemies, again, out in the open. There's another one, the KB3. Okay. Pot shot at him. They actually push pretty hard. That Black Prince actually pushes up pretty hard. But these two guys, they can't even get out of there. They can't even get out of that one little isthmus without being shot at. They're stuck there. They're not helping their team over there. Just because I keep, you know, popping up, spotting them, and scaring them. Prince. Shot from the IS-6. The funny thing was, yeah, the funny thing was, I was actually in voice chat with my teammate, raging like crazy about, you know, nope, I got killed. But the thing is, if you take a look at the map, bring that up here. The time I spent, you know, sitting there distracting them and screwing with them, all our heavies and mediums have actually moved up to the D line, and you know, their IS-6 and IS-3 are cornered. Their KB-3 and T-34 are, they're going to be absolutely completely useless to help them because, you know, they won't have shots on them. They're already half dead. So, see how the rest of this game goes. Review of my platoon mates. Keep switching around. But, you know, IS-3 dead, IS-6 is next, cornering him. And the other flank actually collapsed, and this actually boiled down to the AT-15, and, well, I'll get to that later. IS-6, 3 versus 1, you know, he doesn't stand a chance 3 versus 1. KB3's finally made it over, but he's in a bad spot. He's dead. IS-3 on the center island there, holding my base back. Orange Tank's actually going back to help defend. And here's another thing I want to get at with this map. Now they've successfully pushed through the west flank, which means they should be on any other map. That would mean they're rolling into our cap right now, causing some serious problems and flanking us. But as this tortoise is showing you, if you sit in this corner up here, you can just, there's no cover between the west flank and the cap. Just like there's no cover between our east flank and the cap. And while that's not a problem for us, because we pretty much expended all the enemy tanks, we just have overwhelming power in numbers. The enemy team could barely do anything, even though they had won the flank, and any other map they'd be able to exploit that. We had people in the forest, and the caps in this map are so ridiculously easy to defend that you can't really take advantage of flanking advantages like that. Another reason I don't particularly like this map. But this one, as you could probably guess from what you're seeing, is it ended up as another win. And this wasn't a particularly good game for me anyway, but still won. Now, here's another replay. Again, me platooned with Orange Tang. We're top of the tier list now. And, you know, same thing, marking the same spots on the map. I'm actually working backwards. The first one I showed you was the most recent, so this is the next oldest one I have in my replay folder. And you already know what's going to happen, so I'm just going to shut up and watch the video.
I'm so happy, oh, happy-go-lucky me. I just go my way, living every day. I don't worrying don't agree. Things that bother you never bother me. Things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine, ha-ha. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Having got a lot, I don't need a lot. Coffee's only a dime. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Just take it from me, I'm just as free as any daughter. I do what I like, just what I like, and how I love it.
So, there you have it. Another win, another fairly easy win doing the same exact thing. And, well, that's not all. I've got more. So, yeah, this is the last replay I'm going to show you. Basically, same thing. This is actually the first time I tried doing it. I wasn't even in Platoon this one, and it's a Tier 8 game. But, well, this is the game that sold the whole concept to me. And so, again, shut up and just let the tape run.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, tiptoe from the garden, by the garden, of the willow tree, and tiptoe through the tulips with me. Tulips with me.
So, there you have it. Again, not exactly a AAA 5-star performance, but ended up winning the flank just because I drove to that one spot, and they couldn't get past me, because it's a really easy to defend spot. And, well, every time I play south on this map, that's pretty much what I do, and without a fail, it's gotten me wins. And, you know, I'll admit, I've had pretty decent teams for these games, but, you know, still, it's consistently worked, far too consistently, and in a tank that's not a scout tank. It's not at all good for scouting. It's not great for brawling either. It's not particularly strong, but it's, you know, it's getting the job done just because there's that spot there. And, yeah, I know from now on, whenever I play north end of this map, this east end is not where I'm going to go. It's just far too damn dangerous if there's someone in that spot. It practically breaks the game. So, you know, that's that.